Rest in peace to my man ODB. I hope y'all watching the Wu-Tang joint. I seen the Dirty McGirt episode 3. The new episode is out tonight. I'm gonna watch that when I get off of here. Shout out to all y'all that had one of these food stamp cards for real. Cause somebody somewhere right now had one of these food stamp cards. ODB wasn't the only one that had one, goddamn it. I know my mama had one, goddamn it. Your mama had one of these goddamn food stamp cards. Especially if you was in you from the projects. Your mama had one of these food stamp cards. And your goddamn sister or brother might have had one, especially some of y'all niggas that came home for jail. Don't act like y'all niggas ain't go straight to get some food stamps when y'all niggas came home from jail. Yeah, we know y'all niggas too. Y'all niggas that came home from jail and where they got Medicaid and food stamps, nigga. Don't front. You ain't come home to your boys hitting you off with a whole bunch of money and this, that, and other. You went right over to welfare and got you some Section 8, got you some goddamn food stamps, and you was happy. Now you think you the shit. Nigga, I remember when you was getting food stamps. We all was getting food stamps. Some of y'all still get food stamps today. And some of y'all right now is looking for somebody that's selling they goddamn food stamps half off. Some of y'all still buying people food stamps. Don't act like you not. So I said my auntie had the funny color money. Yeah, that's before the goddamn card. We had the money. The pink, the green, the blue. What other color was it? The purple. I think it was like 4 books, right? One with ones, one with fives, one with tens, one with 20s. Where my welfare babies at? Don't act like I'm the only goddamn one in here that was on welfare, goddamn it. I had to go to the goddamn store with food stamps. Yeah, I was embarrassed too. But help me out here. How many books of food stamps was it? Was it 4 or 5? Come on, my welfare babies. Don't act like y'all don't know. I know it was some green food stamps. I remember some purple food stamps. Somebody said brown and green. Yes, Cookie, I had the booklet. You know what I'm saying? You felt balling too when you had the booklet because you had to rip the money out the booklet. You know what I'm saying? So the booklet had a little bit of, it was like that was your fake knot back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You had a few, you rip them out, and you had to be careful because you'll rip that food stamp in half, and a ripped food stamp is it ain't no good. They give you a problem with a ripped food stamp. Somebody said, I remember the purple 20. See, we got one here. Green, brown, and I think orange. Yes, I remember the tokens. That's when I was going to the tunnel. We was using tokens when I was going to the tunnel to get on the train. Not no swipe. A lot of y'all remember the green, huh? $20 was the purple. The booklet amounts will vary. That's facts. I said, those were the good days. That's the free lunch days. The cheese was the best. The cheese was good if you got sophisticated like we did. Because trying to cut that cheese, them blocks of cheese, some of y'all don't know what the hell we talking about right now. We sound crazy right now. But the government or welfare would used to give you free products. Cheese, peanut butter, had some kind of meat in the can. But the cheese, it would be like the cheese you would get if you went to a deli and you bought a half a pound or quarter pound of cheese, whatever. They would give it to you like that. But it will come in this brown box. And this cheese was thick. So when you trying to cut that shit with a knife, this is before Ginsu knives and all them fancy ass sharp knives. You know, you was cutting that shit with a knife that was not making it no extra thin slice until we got sophisticated and we'll go to the store and give the dude at the deli, you know, a few food stamps to slice up the whole block of cheese. That's what we started doing at my house. We go right to the corner store, give him a few food stamps, and we're like, yo, Poppy, cut that up for me, Poppy. And they'll take the whole block and slice it. And you go back home and you got Kraft singles. That's a fact. And some of y'all like saying, like, damn, I never thought of doing that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had them thick ass fucking grilled cheese sandwiches. Cause some of y'all had the whole block. And the time you finished cutting that shit, it was only 10 pieces out of that big ass block. Me, I was getting a 200 slices. Somebody said the milkman was still delivering, and the OG glass lemonade shits was crack. Yeah, that's another thing. We did used to get our milk delivered to our door and sodas. I forgot them Spanish sodas. They used to deliver them shits in the cases, and they was like these flavored sodas they used to deliver. I forgot the name of them joints. And what are we doing? Having a reminiscence? So what's going on? You got people over here talking about sugar water. Like it's a bunch of ghetto ass project babies in here. I see. Look, the powdered milk, the powdered eggs. It's a lot of welfare babies in here. I didn't know a lot of y'all could relate to my life. I thought I was the only welfare child over here. Project baby that didn't grow up with shit, but still had a great life. Because we didn't know, we thought that was life. We didn't know about having a pool in your backyard. We was souped that we had a pool in the projects. Nobody was ever thinking about having a pool in their backyard. A backyard, period. We was happy the projects had a pool. Or we could walk all the way over to the valley to Hafen and to go to a bigger pool. We got some struggling people in here. Syrup sandwiches. I was never that hungry that I'm gonna put syrup on a goddamn piece of bread and act like that shit is the turkey and cheese. But I understand. I heard, there are people that did syrup sandwiches. But for me, that was a diabetes like crazy. Yes, we also played in the fire hydrants as well. Yes, we have. Somebody said the fire hydrant was our pool. Now, the fire hydrant was our sprinklers. You couldn't swim on the goddamn concrete. Like, I don't know what you was diving off off the curb into the street, like black. Like the fire hydrant couldn't have been your pool. It was your sprinklers. Yes, we had sprinklers. Yes, we used, and some of the fire hydrant had the cap for the sprinklers. You know, it had like 10, 20 holes in it, little ass holes. And when you turn it on, the water will go and it'll make like the sprinkler thing. But it wasn't filling up nothing. That water was just smacking on the concrete and rolling right down the driveway. You was not swimming in no goddamn hydrant. I don't care if it was a goddamn flood. That shit is still a half an inch. Monica said with her clean panties that she used to sell food out the window in the neighborhood. I don't know about out the window unless somebody had a goddamn first floor apartment. Because we was way high up. You wasn't selling shit out the window. Unless you was throwing some work down to somebody and they was going to give you your money later. Somebody said they had a pool truck back in the day. I don't know what city you was in. You need to, Randy, let us know what city you was in. YDK, thanks for passing through. It's a lot of project babies in here. It's a lot of people that struggle. Y'all out here making these privileged people don't even want to type in the comments. Like, damn, syrup sandwiches? Shit. Y'all had it rough. There's people here sitting around looking like government cheese. The government had their own cheese. I ain't know about that. We've been eating feta cheese since I was a baby. I used to have feta cheese in my eggs and cheese. Like, damn, y'all niggas was poor. We all had the quarter waters. The government peanut butter. I talked about that earlier. You ever had peanut butter that came in a can? A can. Not the soft plastic thing. This shit came in a like tuna fish, a big ass tuna fish can, but this big. Like, what are you doing with a fucking, like, I'm thinking about it, like, what was we supposed to do with this big can of peanut butter? Like, we supposed to transfer it into something else? Did they even think about this shit? That shit was like military food. I mean, this peanut butter was like a Mary Jane. I don't know if you ever ate that candy, Mary Jane. Like, you got it. It's like you eat that peanut butter, your mouth turns to slow motion on them. It's just like your mouth just goes slow motion. Yeah. Motherfucker ask you a question, you try and swallow that shit, get that shit out your mouth. Like, yo, you ready to roll? Yo, nigga, you ready? Yo, come on, you ready to roll? And this is all for one bite. I'm just talking about one bite. Are you trying to get the fucking shit off the top of your mouth? Half the shit is stuck on your tongue. You are. Yo, come on. Yo, we beat you in the car, man. You swallow shit. You say you ready. These niggas already home. Calling, yo, we home already, man. Goddamn, nigga. Nigga like, yo, I was gonna tell you to wait for me, man. You know the government peanut butter, nigga. What the fuck, man? Why y'all leaving? That shit used to be super thick. Like, no lie, niggas used to heat that shit up just to make a sandwich. Of dead ass. Like, we used to put that shit in the oven and cook that shit just to make it soft enough to spread on the bed. Because I promise you, if you took that shit out the can and you put it on a piece of bread and the bread wasn't toasted, that shit will rip the whole bread in half. Like, fret. You like, damn. Like, the whole fucking bread be stuck to that shit. That shit just fold up like a piece of sushi. Like, you'll have a fucking sushi piece of peanut butter off that bread. That shit just roll right up. You know what I'm saying? Even if you toast it and shit, you have toasted sushi. You got to take that goddamn peanut butter and put that shit in the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes. And then that shit is smooth and you can take it and put it on some bread. But I'm telling you, that shit will tear a fucking piece of bread up. You'll be mad. You like, y'all want to sandwich? You'll go and start putting the jelly on the other joint. The jelly be all nice and smooth and everything. Then you go to put the peanut butter, and it be the last. Don't let it be the two last pieces of bread. And you go and put that goddamn peanut butter on that piece of bread, and it ain't toasted, and that shit just fold right up like sushi. What? You be like, damn, you ain't got no sandwich down. You got to eat the jelly by itself and eat the goddamn the peanut butter like nuggets. Nuggets wrapped around bread and shit. Peanut butter nuggets wrapped with bread. That shit will rip the goddamn bread in half. Yeah, so if you can relate to many of these things that I'm talking about, you probably did it watching Good Times at the same time too. Because Good Times was, I feel like Good Times, they like, it was a reality show for us and shit. Because them niggas was living in the project and the same shit was happening for them, for Florida Evans, as it was for us.